There's been very few people from New England that have ever come down to this, basically a southern racing circuit, and made it. Now, I'm not saying that I have made it, but by gosh, they're not going to forget me either down here.
It is time to begin the 1970 Daytona 500 with the world's greatest stock car field. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Gosh, he sure could drive a race car, and it didn't matter where it was, Pete could do it. And Pete traveled a lot. He went all over the eastern seaboard, and wherever Pete went, he won. And he was very technical. He was smart about the cars. He understood them.
We towed to 121 racetracks. We were rained out a bunch of times, but I competed in 107 races. And that is absolutely sick, but it's the truth. I was very, very lucky in the NASCAR racing and racing. I remember one night talking with Eddie Flemke at Norwood Arena, and he said, you know, kid, he said, if you're ever going to make it, he said, at some point you're going to have to leave New England. Well, I mean, I was young enough, you know, 20, 22, you know, I mean, I had no intention of ever leaving New England. But between him and Jack Malone and a few other people that talked with me, it was obvious that if you wanted to make really good money, and if you wanted to go where the really big fish are, it was the southeastern United States, and I had to, that was something that I don't know why I had such a compulsion, but I had to race with those guys.
He got excited about NASCAR because he had stars in his eyes. He wanted Daytona, and he got there. Unfortunately, he got hooked up with the Petty family. And in 1970, he drove the second Petty car and won the 1970 Daytona 500. And I can say that I was there.
In the fifth row, number 40, Pete Hamilton, 70 Plymouth. Sixth row, number 43, Richard Petty, 70 Plymouth.
Richard Petty was in Randleman, 100 miles away. And I get the phone call, and it's Richard Petty. He said, hi, how you doing? Good. Do you want to drive my second race car? And I'm going, this is this little blonde guy from Needham, Mass. And I'm going, man, do I want to drive your race car? Let me check. And I said, I'll be up there in about an hour, and I was. And I drove up there, and I never left for a year.
Pete Hamilton has the lead, traveling at better than 186 miles an hour. A remarkable story for the young man from Massachusetts. Pete Hamilton has won his first major NASCAR victory, the Daytona 500. David Pearson is second in a Ford, and Bobby Allison third in a Dodge.
To get down and drive one of the top Mopar, for the Petty team, which was the top team, and win the Daytona 500, put us on the map. And again, Pete Hamilton was a product of Norwood Arena.